Bang! We're back with the next game, okay? We have Crimson versus SPECTRA. Hey, SPECTRA, one of the old teams that I know of personally. Crimson with a new rising team. And I'm pretty excited because now we can actually see the lineups. So for SPECTRA, we have Vit as a striker, Emu coming up as a cam, Mars, Speedwagon, and Birdie. Birdie being the goalkeeper. Pretty excited to see what's going on with these teams, I'm not gonna lie. But for our next lineup, we have Crimson. We have Sauce as striker, Pablo helping him out. We have Cool Potato, Forgotten Memory, and we have Jinshi. I hope it's that. Or it's Jinshi. I'm just gonna call it Jinshi because it sounds cooler and I'm based. So, going back to our teams, I hope we can get this started. I don't know who you're going up. I'm personally gonna bet on SPECTRA, but Crimson could surprise me tonight. Could surprise me tonight. Could hit me with the mix-ups. But let's get it started. Let's begin. We gotta find a new. We gotta find a new song for this, boys. Gotta find a good song for this. What can we do? What can we do here? Let me reset that scoreboard. Please. Let me reset. Please. Let me reset that scoreboard. It's not working. Hell, oh wait, I was pressing the. I'm trolling. I was pressing the wrong button. Of course it's not gonna reset. Come on. All right, here we go. We have SPECTRA in the yellows, Crimson in their pinks. Cool Potato grabbing the ball, passing past Mars. Mars going for a tackle, but it just misses. He sends it directly towards Sauce, the striker, but Speedwagon is the one to defend it, sending it back to Birdie. Here we go. We're starting off strong. I like this defense, sending it directly to Emu. Emu sending it instantly to whoever this guy is. I'm just gonna call him Vito. Oh, Vid, that's Vid. Mars managed to recover the ball for SPECTRA, but intercepted for Cool, but it gets intercepted again. Vid, the striker, moving up. Do they leave Jinshi alone? A nice bait, but he just grabs it from the ground. He forgot the ball, buddy. You gotta grab that ball. Cool Potato running through. Let's see if he can send it to his striker, to Sauce. Does he see the angle? Can he send it? Yes, he can. Oh, it's a rainbow flip from Pablo and alley-oop, but Birdie saves it for SPECTRA. Speedwagon, I can't even speak, chat. Sending it directly up the wall to Emu. Emu doesn't grab it. No, Cool Potato devours. A nice rainbow for Emu. Cool Potato once again with a nice cycle. Runs through, passing it back towards the goalkeeper. Jinshi with the one-piece hat. We respect that. We had sending it to Forgotten Memory. Forgotten. Has he forgotten the pass? No, he didn't. He's sending it to... Maybe he did. He's grabs it again. He needs to just remember. Oh, he's just juking Speedwagon, breaking his ankle, but Emu with a nice defense, sending it up the wall to Speedwagon, to sending Vit, passing it over to Emu. Emu running up with EE. Does he take the shot himself? Yes, he does, but Jinshi with a beautiful save, sending it to Forgotten, juking Vit. Well, does he? Can he get past? He sends the pass to Cool Potato, a nice in-between pass to Pablo. Pablo trying to recover it. Does he send it back? Yes, he does. It's Forgotten misses the pass, but it's a struggle. It's a scramble. Emu sending it back to Speedwagon moving in, sending it a shot. What was that? But Cool Potato is in the air to stop it. Emu once again passing it back to Speedwagon. Speed sending it to Emu, but it gets blocked by Cool Potato once again. Pablo just sending it out, but Sauce just gets booted offline. I think we're in a little bit of a stalemate. Do they continue? Yes, they do. Emu with a nice rainbow, but it gets intercepted by Cool. Mars sending it back to Speedwagon. Once again to Fit, but Jinshi with a beautiful save for Crimson. Crimson still up. Oh, it's a boss music for Pablo. He did us. Whoa! He's levitating. He's immune. So, whoa! Yeah, okay, he's gone. Okay, all right. We need to restart this lobby. Yo, we need to restart this lobby. We should restart. We should restart that lobby. Leave. Restart. I would restart this. This is too much. Two other players. I would restart it now. I would personally retard this. This is two players gone. Nobody had points. Okay, they're still gonna continue though. They're still playing it. Cool potato. Sauce. The striker is back. The strike, but Speedwagon just takes it. Forgotten memory recovering. Oh my god, look at Ginchi. He's playing. He's adapting to his CD, CB or CDM being missing. 2 minutes on the clock. Speedwagon pushing up. Sending it to Ababello, but there goes the first goal from Vit. I feel very uneasy with this one, but a goal is a goal. I mean, there was 3 people. It doesn't matter. This guy is insane. Sauce sending it back to his fears. Sending it back to Crimson. They still have 4 players. They have their 5 players. 2 minutes on the clock. They still have a chance. Pablo passing it back to Jinshi. Jinshi, he sees the pass to Forgotten. Forgotten sees an easier pass, but Speedwagon intercepting it. Is it a goal? No, it isn't. Just barely misses. Sending it to Cool Potato. Trying to pass it with Pablo, but it just doesn't work. Doesn't connect. Pablo fighting it. Speedwagon. Sending it back to his goalkeeper. Sending it back to Birdie. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. No more restarts. I try to give the warning, but no bueno. Jinshi. I think he's locked. Birdie. Looking at his beers. He finds Emu. Emu sending it back to Birdie. And he gets tackled by Sauce. Sauce back to the goalkeeper. Pablo grabbing the ball. They're looking at Sauce. They're looking at Forgotten Memory. What is going on? What's their plan? Trying to pass it to Forgotten, but it just gets devoured by Emu. Vit, does he grab the ball? Yes, he does. Whoa, Cabo. Cool Potato just snags it from the air. Pablo, a clean pass to him. Sending it to Sauce far, but it gets devoured by Mars. Speedwagon tapping it over to Birdie. Birdie rolling it down to Speedwagon, heading in the pass to Emu. Jinshi looking very concerned. Does he save this ball? Oh, the switch back to Emu! Back to Emu! Oh my god, that was a crazy play! They still defended against it. Crimson, they're not letting any goals without a fight. Sending it to Forgotten, but Speedwagon, another beautiful interception from this man, Emu. Grabbing it back to Vid. We need to space out to see the whole view here, but the pass just goes loose. Into the ground. The one to take it was Cool. Sending it to Sauce. Does he see a teammate? No, he doesn't. He needs to do a solo play by himself. Trying to pass it to Forgotten, but he's just not there. Another interception for a teammate. Forgotten keeping this ball alive. Sending it to Cool. Cool sending it to Paulo for the final attack. What can they do? Sending it over to Forgotten. Dude, this guy, this Mars guy, he is just devouring it. Spectra. Wait. Yeah, Spectra. Dude, this confused me because it looks, it says the Crimson scored, but they didn't score. That was a tough match to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but this next one is gonna be crazy, okay? We need to change this song. This song is depressing, bro. Nah. We need to look something, you know, crazy. Nah. You know what? We'll go with this. They're back on the pitch, boys. Back on the pitch. Spectra. Crimson sending it back. They're just taking their loss. They're like, whoa, our boy disconnected. What can we realistically do? They still said, we're gonna play it anyways, boys. We might win it. We just gotta try. Speedwagon from Spectra, grabbing the ball, sending it to the wall to Emu, but it just gets devoured by Forgotten Memory. Forgotten Memory sending it to Sauce, but Speedwagon devours. A nice pump fake, but Sauce still couldn't reach Emu with a nice shot, but Forgotten is the one to take it. Sauce on the loose. Mars intercepts. A tackle goes through. Birdie passing it over to Speedwagon. Going fast. Mars didn't have enough stamina. Pablo looking free right now to hit a nasty pass to Sauce, but it gets taken from Speed. Sauce Can he keep possession? He's just guarding him. A nice EE, but a tackle goes through a slide from behind. Something you don't want to see when you're trying to dribble. Speedwagon still moving up the field. His striker, Emu, moving. Trying to move it forward. He sends it directly to Vit, but Pablo is the one to take a Speedwagon with a nice rainbow, but it doesn't connect. Cool Potato trying to pressure, sending it over to Mars. Vit running directly at the goalpost. But Cool Potato. Just cool. Taking it easy, taking breathers. There he goes. Cool Potato once again forgot him in the midfield. Looking for friends. What's the next play? Talk to me, Cool. What can you show us? Sauce. We haven't seen a single shot from you, but this one might be the first. But it is another save from Birdie. Birdie sending it to no man's land, directly to Vit. Going directly to Mars. Mars sending it to Emu. Go for the header! With a first goal for SPECTRA! Beautiful goal from Emu. Disgusting, actually. Disgusting. That was really good. Bang! They really know how to adapt their headers and their strides. Going to Pablo, jumping over his Sauce. Grabs the ball and begins on the tear. Looking for somebody, sending it directly back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looking for his friends, looking for their teammates, looking for anybody from Crimson Clan that can grab it. Cool Potato just left the game once again. Looking a little saucy. Pablo with the shot, going off the post twice. He went twice off the post. No. Wait, forgotten. He tried to dribble, trying to get through, but it just gets pressured by Mars. The ball is invincible. He beats the shit out of Mars. Does he go far? He goes for Source, but nobody connects. Emu keeping possession of the ball. He went off the post twice. Vit, 1v1. Yes, he is. Cool is just getting booted offline. Somebody check their PCs. Another goal for SPECTRA. Man, that is tough. Dude, this guy just spawned in and mogged. He didn't even care. Oh, no. Oh, again, Crimson just in a tight situation that they don't want to be in. Pablo, can you change the fate? Cool Potato looking for Sauce. They're just playing off its left side. Speed once again, grabbing it. Oh, Cool Potato on the move, sending it up the wall to Pablo. Pablo, does he grab it? Does he fight it? No, he doesn't. Wait, and the battle still commences. Mars with a 360 spin move and sends it directly to Birdie, but he gets intercepted. Speedwagon grabs it anyway. What can we see? That Speedwagon is trying to plan, sending it directly to Emu, going off the backboard, but this time Jinshi saving it for Crimson. Pablo trying to travel back, sending it over to Cool Potato. Cool Potato looking at their peers, looking at their friends. What play shall them commence? Sending it to Pablo, but it's just behind. Feels bad. It's okay. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Pablo with a spin move, sending it back directly to Cool. The trust to Sauce. Sauce going on a run, but it gets again blocked from Speedwagon. This guy's not a Speedwagon. This guy is a hill. Vit alone with Emu. Forgotten memory, trying to go in between both of them. There we go. Jinshi with a beautiful block, sending it back to the goalkeeper. Grabbing it, giving space to their attackers, to their offense. Cool Potato, let's zoom in on that. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can see. Cool Potato running through a random tackle that doesn't connect, sending it directly to Sauce anyway. A shot off the backboard, but Birdie is just ready for it. Once again, Speedwagon. This guy probably has been the most passes received, the most passes given, the most blocks given. Running through, but he gets tackled by Cool. Cool, does he reset? He sends it directly to Vincent. Takes the opportunity to take a shot, but he takes it. Jinshi saving it once again. That shot was so barely off. Forgotten memory. Can he remember? Sending it to Pablo, gets devoured by Mars. Mars once again with a tap in between two. Speedwagon, the man himself. The defensive line with Mars sending it to Emu. Emu has the prio. Jinshi with another free ball. Forgotten. Looking for Pablo to make some space. The pass tried to go through. Mars takes the opportunity and fouls him. Still, Pablo on the move. What can we have from Pablo here? Sending it directly forward to Cool, but Cool couldn't even grab it. Emu tackles directly. The ping didn't hurt. Emu doing some money move, doing some boom, bam, beep, boom, boom, passing it to Speedwagon. Speedwagon couldn't collect the ball. Nice pump fake, faking everybody. They're just tackling and jumping the air. Speedwagon with a confidence pass to fit, but Forgotten Memory is there. A tackle goes through. It's a scramble for the end, but Forgotten is the one that prevails. Going to Good Potato. Good Potato just grabs it. What a shot. Pablo looking far, looking close, looking top. What can they do next? Sending it to Gould, sending it to Sauce. Was that in the script? 30 seconds on the clock for Crimson. Crimson needs to lock in. It's going far. Going directly to Sauce, but Mars already knows the playbook. Forgotten passing it to Pablo. Pablo, lock in, Pablo. Let's see what we got. We got Cool with an EE. What does he do? He dribbles between Speedwagon, sending it forward, but Speedwagon once again with a Devour, sending it to Sauce for Mars. Kicks it off the wall. Forgotten with a foul. Speedwagon sending it up the pitch. Going back to JC. JC smashing it back. Emu trying to get a nice sneaky shot at the end there, but Spectra is the one to finish it off with a 2-0 game. That is 6 points directly to Spectra for free. Well, not even free because, hey, Crimson really tried. Forgotten Mary with 10 interceptions, Juicy with 2 saves. But Mars and Speedwagon with 10 and 8 interceptions. Diabolical defense from Spectra. That was a beautiful game to watch. Very unfortunate for Crimson having these midway disconnections. You know what I mean? They were getting constantly booted offline. Sad to see. But that is gonna be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the casting. Let me know on the Discord. Add me. Any mistakes, clip me. Tell me, yo, you look ugly on this clip. Let me know. Well, this is it for me. Good night. God bless. This is RMF. See you guys on the next one.